afternoon, everybody. It is Friday, June 27th. My name is Karen, and this is BobbleHeadKnits. So welcome, everybody. This is a bit of a different episode. We're going to do the start of Christmas in July. Not so much the start as much as a preview of what's coming next week. So, all right, let's just dive right in. For those of you who are new here, this is my knitting channel. Usually I just do a weekly vlog where I talk about finished objects, whips, acquisitions, things like that. But on June 1st, I will be joining Diane at My Pink Bathtub and Karen at Recreational Knits doing cast-ons for Christmas in July. So some of these cast-ons will be gifts and some will just be things for me. So, all right, I feel like I'm really close. I'm just gonna back up just a little bit. Okay, maybe that's better. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, all of my projects that I'm going to cast on are on the floor, so I will be bending down a lot. Apologies for that. And if I sound a little winded and look like a hot sweaty mess, it is because I am. It might be Christmas in July coming up, but it's 90 some degrees here today in Denver where I live, and I went for a bike ride and went swimming and then rode home, and so I'm just like, okay, now that I've got all that out, let's just go ahead and get started. All right, let's start with an easy one. Sorry, like hot and sweaty. First thing I will be casting on, it's living in my Beehive wool shop bag from Beehive Wool in Victoria, Canada. And I was there a few weeks ago, as some of you know. And hang on, let me get my book. Hold on. All right, the first project I will be casting on is out of this book, Knitted Wild Animal Friends by Louise Crowther. I am currently right now knitting this monkey. I'm just down to the coat, maybe the shoes, we'll see. But my daughter mentioned how she would like Olivia the Elephant, who is right there. Only she wants her in a different color. So I will be knitting a hot pink Olivia the Elephant for my daughter for Christmas, and hopefully she's forgotten that she told me that, so it'll be a little bit of a surprise. But the reason she wants hot pink, and I'll tell you now, this is the yarn I will use for the body. It's Skepshi's Stonewash, and the colorway, hang on here, I may not have the colorway, we'll see. Yeah, I don't have it. I have color 839. All right. The reason she wants a hot pink elephant is when she was a baby, when she was born in Korea, and we were adopting her. And we had the chance before she came home to ship her and her foster family some gifts. So one of the gifts we shipped her was a little pink stuffed animal, a stuffed elephant. And Pinky the Elephant is what she named her years later. Pinky the Elephant has been with her ever since she was a few months old. And she is still here. My daughter's now 24, so Pinky is a little rough. But she saw this elephant, she's like, oh, that would be cool to get, to have a friend for Pinky. So that's why we're doing that. I have all these colors. I'll try to just show you a few of them, not pull them all out, but I have all these colors to go with that hot pink to knit the clothes. There they are. So that will be my daughter, for my daughter. My daughter doesn't ask, like, if I knit her a sweater or a pair of socks, or maybe a hat she'd use, but the rest of it, she's not really like into knits. So the fact that she asked for an elephant, I was like, of course I'm gonna knit that for her for Christmas in July. So that will be cast on. I'm not gonna wind this yarn because they're just in these little things, and I've not had any issues with sketchy, so I'm not gonna worry about winding it. I'm just gonna cast on next week. So hopefully Charlie the chimpanzee, his outfit will be done by next week when I cast on, but if not, that's okay. All right, that's cast on number 1. Cast on number 2 has rolled under my desk. Hang on. Oh, there it is. I will be using this lovely bright orange dishy wool or yarn. I don't know if it's wool. I don't think it is. I think it's cotton. This is Knit Picks Dishy in the bright orange, and I've used this before to knit dishcloths, and I will be knitting some more. And everybody who comes for Christmas Eve at wherever we have Christmas Eve this year will be getting a dishcloth from me, and these will be dishcloths that I don't want to say what's going to be on them. You all, if you've been around a while, know. But yeah, I'll be knitting a bunch of these. I've already knit a few. I think I've knit 2, and so I've got quite a few more to knit. So that's cast on number 2, and yeah, that's my needle. It's living in there, so I know which one I'm using. All right, next up is this one, which this is actually veering from my plan to only do striped socks this summer. I'm going to cast on the Botanical Socks by Stephen West. It's a fairly new pattern. I think he came out with it maybe last month, and I saw them and I was like, oh, my husband would like those. So I'm going to use the Shabble Zobberball. This is it. And the colorway is, okay, forget the colorway. It's just something I can't even pronounce. It's in German. I'll just add a link to the project page down below. It's gonna be that with this, which is Osco Skepsis in the Arcadia yarn. So these two together. And these will be socks for my husband, and he needs socks. So these will be Christmas socks. Right now I'm saying Christmas socks. They might end up being for his birthday, and then I'll do some other socks for Christmas, but we'll see. We'll see. These are getting cast on though for Christmas in July. When I'm done with it, because I will have a lot of this yellow left, I'm going to use some of the yellow to make my grandson some socks. His favorite color is yellow. Actually, it was the first color that he knew, like on sight. Like he could say yellow, and he could point out yellow when he was super little. He's only 2 now, so that's pretty amazing. All right, next up is, here it is. Oh, I'm not even showing you all my bags. Okay, the Botanical Socks are living in this fun, this is from got a hair on me. Hang on. The Little Gray Girl is a UK dyer and bag maker. This is the Octopus Bag. That's where the Botanical Socks are living. My husband, or the dishcloths are currently just living in this little bag that I got. I think I got this bag on Amazon. I don't even know like how long it's been. Maybe I got it at Etsy, I don't know. But it's just a little Asian girl or Asian bag, and I'm very familiar with these patterns because I grew up with a Japanese mother, so these are just kind of reminding me of my childhood, so that's why they're in there. All right, and then the next project that I'm going to cast on next week is in this bag, and it is by, hang on, need to look, Tip Top Totes. I actually bought this last year in, was it last year? Might have been 2 years ago, I can't remember now, but there it is. It was a shop in Palm Springs, California, and it's a little doggy bag. It's very cute. And what's in here is this yarn, this beautiful yarn that I got in Canada from Wet Coast Wool in Canada last week, 2 weeks, last week, I can't. Time is just flying by, but I recently got it when I went to Canada. And it is Puzzle Tree Yarns. Here it is, there it is. And I'm pairing it with this Knitting for Olive. I have 2 of these. And this is going to be a brioche cowl. And the pattern is, I'm not even going to attempt to say it. I'm just going to put it down here with a link. It was a free pattern on Ravelry. This is going to be for my sister, and I haven't done brioche, like big brioche, in a few years, so it will be a good experiment. Hopefully it turns out okay. I mean, I know how to do brioche, it's just that I don't do it regularly, so yeah, it takes a bit. And fixing brioche, I have not done a lot of, so it'll be interesting. If I find out that I am enjoying that particular pattern, I'm gonna probably knit another one for my daughter-in-law. But for now, that will be for my sister for Christmas. Then the last one, and this one I'm going to show you. I'm not going to cast on right away next week. I don't want to get too overwhelmed in whips, so I think casting on 4 to start is a good place to start. And then as I finish whips that I currently have on the needles, I will cast on more. So this next one is on my top of the, well, it's one of 2 things top of the list that I will be casting on in July, for Christmas in July. Before I show you and show you what's in the bag and show you the yarn and talk to you about the pattern, I want to talk to you about the bag itself, because this is a new acquisition and it is the most beautiful bag, and you all should really go get yourself one. Okay, here it is. Ready? Here it is. Look. Yes. And then on this side, yes. And let's talk about who made this bag, because this bag was custom made for me by Amber at Amby Marie Knits. So the coolest thing also about this bag, so right now it's a decent sized bag. It's like a medium, but then it turns into a large bag. Look at that. So Amber made a bunch of bags a few, like maybe a month or so ago, but they were like already spoken for. And I have been in the market for a really big sweater bag for quite a while, and I saw a bag similar to this that she had made, and I messaged her and was like, is there any way you could make me one? And I told her, you know, whatever her time frame was, I was fine with, and she made it for me. And the price was very reasonable. She like, it included like, I paid for the bag and I paid for shipping. She was very fast. She kept messaging me, I haven't done it yet. I haven't, you know, I'll get to it. I will. And it was like much faster than I thought she'd be. So Amber is an amazing seamstress. And I know these, like, this sounds weird, but yeah, I went and checked her stitches because I grew up with a mom who was a master seamstress. She would make like custom made, handmade wedding gowns, and like people would fly in from all over the world to have like their wedding gowns made by my mom. So I knew a thing or two about sewing, although I can't sew. And I looked at this and was like, oh, my mom would love that. So Amber, Great job. So yes, I don't know, Amber does sell her bags. She, there it is. I just keep showing you because it's so cool. I love this bag. This was like a Christmas gift to myself, only in June. Right. Anyway, so Amber does sell her bags, not like right now. I don't think she has any in her store, but if you want a bag like this, you should really reach out. She makes all kinds of bags. So, you know, she goes through stretches where she sews and some where she knits, and she's always spinning, doing all kinds of things. She's very talented. So yeah, definitely get yourself one. Okay, let's talk about what's in the bag. Oh, and I want to talk to you because this thing has like pockets galore. I'm still raving about, look at that. I just noticed that, Amber. That's beautiful. And then a pocket here. And inside it has so many pockets in there. It has like a big pocket, or two pockets. One's bigger than the other, and it's just gorgeous. She put 14 full skeins of yarn in it when she took a picture and sent it to me. I don't have that many in there, but I do have quite a few. So let me show you what's in there now. All right, so I have all of this yarn that I am going to be knitting a halibut sweater by Caitlin Hunter. And right now, how many skeins of yarn do I have in it? Oh, I have 8 skeins. I'm gonna double check my measurements on the yarn, but I think this is gonna be enough. And I'm not gonna show you all of them, but I'll show you one of each. I'm knitting the sweater with these. So this green is just a Rowan Moordale, which is alpaca and wool. Hang on, let me look. Ooh, my glasses are steamy from the sweat. It's 70% wool, 30% alpaca. This is from my stash, yay me. And then I'm adding for the color work, going to be adding this, which is 100% alpaca. And this is, this yarn came from Frank, the alpaca. And it is, I'm gonna botch this name, but I'll try it. The Hebridean, I don't know. I'm gonna put the name down here. It's an alpaca company in Scotland. And I bought this yarn in 2022 when I went to Scotland, and I've been hanging on to it. I knew I wanted to knit color work with it, and I knew I wanted to knit this sweater, but I've been putting it off, and I'm like, just knit the sweater. So this is the gift to me. So, all right, so that all is living in my beautiful bag from Amber. Love it. All right, so those are the main things. Well, I shouldn't say all of them are going to be cast on. Just the 4 are going to be cast on July 1st. The sweater will be cast on as soon as I get another whip off of my needles. And then I also have a list of other cast-ons that are for Christmas, but I'm holding off. I don't want to get like so many whips going that I get overwhelmed, so I'm going to start with these. But I do have some additional ones that I'm going to add as I finish projects. So the other projects that are going to be cast on as I finish things in July, a cardigan for my grandson Atticus. I know his name. I'm thinking the Gramps cardigan by Tin Can Knits. It looks easy enough. I am gonna have to buy yarn for that. It's a worsted weight cardigan. Well, I don't know that I'm saying I'm going to buy yarn for it. I might buy yarn for it. We'll see. I need to like look closely at that pattern, but I would like the yarn to be washable wool. And right now I don't have enough of that washable wool, but I also feel like I could make it work if I had to. My grandson lives just down the street. So if he needed that cardigan washed and blocked again, I could do that. And his mom is aware of like that wool can't just, like, all wool can't just be thrown in the washing machine. But I'm trying to make it easier on her, so that's where I'm thinking a washable wool would be better. But we'll see, okay? I would like to also knit my daughter-in-law. I'm leaning towards the same cowl that I'm knitting for my sister, but if that doesn't work, I may knit her a color work cowl. So, also a color work hat. I haven't picked out a pattern yet, but I would like a color work hat for my brother-in-law, who I've knit a few things for before, so I kind of feel like I might do a color work hat for him, but we'll see. I mean, some of these things will just happen if I get to them, and I've kind of ranked these in the order of importance, like that I want to get them done. So as we get further down the list, if they don't happen, they don't happen. So other things, well, I want to knit Atticus some socks, because he always, when I'm knitting my socks, he comes up and he's like, socks. So, and he did yesterday, the funniest thing, I have 2 pair of socks, not matching, that I finished one half of the pair, and he took both and put them on and was walking around and was very proud of them. Of course, they're adult size socks, so he needs some socks that fit him. Also some mittens. I think one of his mittens that I knit him last Christmas might be lost. So I figured another pair of mittens. I also will probably cast on 2 more muscle burrows for my son and my sister-in-law. My sister-in-law's birthday is a few days before Christmas, so I will probably knit her a muscle burrow for Christmas, and then I will probably knit my son one. We'll see. I'm knitting one for my husband right now, and I have the feeling that he's really gonna like it and ask for one, so I might just cast on another one and give it to him. But if he doesn't want it, someone will take it. People love hats, right? Okay. Also just some miscellaneous socks. My friend Brooke, I'm almost done with the first sock that I'm knitting for her, and the first of the pair. So I have the other sock one to knit. And then I would like to knit her a pair of socks for Christmas also. So if I get to that, I get to it. Also another pair of socks for my sister, who I regularly knit socks for. So that's it. Oh wait, one more important thing that I want to knit is for me. I really would like to use leftovers from all of these projects that I'm knitting to knit bunting for my office. So I have 2 windows that have curtain rods but no curtains because I have blinds. So I thought it would be cute to put bunting up, maybe some bunting back there on the bookshelf, and maybe some around the edges of the other 2 walls. So we'll see, but that's something that could be like done by Christmas or it could not be. So of course all of these basically may not be done by Christmas, but whatever gets done, right? That's about it right now. I think that's a pretty huge list for knitting or Christmas in July. Like I said, I will be casting some of these on next month, or is it Tuesday? Whatever July 1st is. And then some of them as I finish other whips. So yes, if you want to join us, it is Karen at Recreational Knitting is doing it. Diane at My Pink at Bathtub is participating or running her own Christmas in July. She's also doing a giveaway, and she's got 2 friends that are also doing it on their channel, and I'm sorry I can't remember who they are. Apologies. And there are other people, of course, but it's just something fun, and will hopefully like save us from having last minute, like, oh my gosh, I have to knit something for that person, and spend like the month before Christmas panic knitting, right? So that's the goal. All right. I don't know if you can hear that, but my dogs are going nuts. All right. I don't have anything else. I'm not going to share any whips or any of that. Next Friday or Saturday, I will post a regular video, but I want to share all this that I'm knitting for Christmas in July. I encourage you to join me. I also really encourage you to go talk to Amber at Amber Marie Knits and get yourself one of these bags. So beautiful. Just so you know, okay, in case you're wondering, I picked out the fabric. She had fabric on hand and she showed it all to me, and then like we exchanged messages, and then I got to pick all the fabric. But yeah, I mean, it's just beautiful, and it's so, like, everything about it gorgeous. So yes, go buy yourself a Christmas in July present, talk to Amber, and yeah, get yourself a bag for Christmas in July. All right, everybody, have a great week. I will be back next week. Hopefully it won't be a hot, sweaty mess. But in the meantime, keep on knitting. Bye.